highlight of your life? I'm here with my friend Elizabeth.
That's so cute.
We barely started pushing the button live, and Elizabeth just said to me, "How are we going to start? Don't worry, we'll just figure it out. I don't mind a choppy intro." And so I thought, I'm going to just jump out of the seat and be like, I'm here. But we are talking about your year to
Percolate.
That's right. We've got Elizabeth's book here, and we always are looking at every week putting out something to be like,
our book now.
Percolating it. Honestly, it is our book. You wrote it, but I love it. It's near and dear to me.
Book.
I read it. I use it. I talk about it. I teach about it. And even on a more personal note, and that's what's happening to me today, is I use it and reflect it on what's happening with me and for me. And we were just before we got online here, we were talking about courage. And I said, let's, like we like to do, choose a little page, do a little read and talk about it. And we actually kind of started this whole video before we hit record. And then I said, stop, we got to start over, because I do want to share with the listeners and the people like what's going on with me, right? So when we look at courage, and we were on page 58.
158.
So if you're in your copy of Percolate and you want to turn to page 58, and it's talking about Percolate point 2, which is choose a bolder brew. And it says some of the points here. What can you do to make your life better or more fulfilling? What's your first step? And what are you afraid of? And there's more questions in there as well. And so if you don't mind, Elizabeth, I haven't even let you say hi yet.
Hi.
Quickly say hi. Okay, I'll be fair. I will give you, Elizabeth, 17 seconds, point 2, to just say a little hello, do your thing, and then it'll be back to me. Your time starts now. Use it wisely.
We know I'm the shyer of the two of us, I think. But no, I love the idea that, we're going to percolate. Percolate is all about change. And one of the things that you need when you're trying to change something, because change can be really scary. I say the word change and people are like, oh, I don't want that, is courage. And so this is a really handy dandy little notebook chapter. Page 58 and 59 are all about courage, which, if you need a little courage, this is it.
Yeah. And so for me, the story that I was going to share, and I will share, is, okay, you did excellent. Good job of your 17 seconds. I might have given you 18.
I love you.
For those of you who don't know or haven't heard, I lost my husband in 2020. He passed away from cancer, and it was a terrible year, a terrible event to happen within the year of COVID and isolation and everything else upon us. And we had, from news of his diagnosis to his death, 5 months together. Which went way too fast. And so now, fast forward, it's now another 7 months later, and I'm navigating this new, who am I? What am I? What do I do with myself? And in some ways, professionally, I feel really good. I've got partners and colleagues like Elizabeth, like the Best Ever You Network, my community at Your Life Sparkles. And so lots of things are really good. But this personal side of me and this alone side of me, it's sort of new. And yesterday I had an opportunity, a friend that I don't know all that well ended up bringing me a tea, and we had a chat, and it extended and carried on to the point that even we invited her husband over, and he brought bathing suits, and we had a hot tub, and we went for dinner. And it was so delightful spending time with this new friend and this new couple that I have just started to get to know in the last year. But it also brought back just so much emotion for me, because they were married this summer. In fact, I did their wedding. I officiated for them in August. And at that time, it was a really hard. Ben had only been gone for 3 weeks. And it was a super hard wedding to do, but so beautiful. Like every vow just like shot me in the heart, because I was like, yes. Yeah. And then going for dinner with them was beautiful too. And I was like, I love your relationship. I love your marriage and everything. But then it just sort of hit me, and I was like, I really miss my marriage.
Yeah.
And so before we started filming, I actually said that same thing, and I started crying then as well. Elizabeth was like, are you okay? I said, you know what? I never mind crying. I never mind it, because I feel what I feel, and I don't mind sharing it either. Because it's just a really big part of what and who I am right now. And at the same time that I'm missing Ben and missing my marriage, there is a part of me that, with my attitude of what am I percolating? What am I being courageous about? And it is that I'm starting to think about wanting to not be alone for my future. So it doesn't mean I'm rushing into anything or doing anything. So settle down with your boyfriend applications. I'll tell you when the green light for that is on, but it's not now.
It's a really difficult application to fill out too. Let me see its quality. Quality right here.
But it is just one of those things that it's an unexpected courageous thing too, because I didn't expect that at 44 I would be a widow and that I would be having to draw upon courage for the next sliver of my life. And now not even just about the finding a person or dating, but I'm currently in the process of selling this house that we lived in together. I want to be in the community closer to my sister and family and friends. And so this house will go for sale in February here, so a month away. And that has taken a lot of courage as well, because I never thought I would be, we thought we would move. We thought we had great plans and dreams for our next property and our dream property and our sort of path together. And now I'm like, what is that path without him, and how has it changed? And that has taken me just a lot of work and reflection and trying to figure out, and it's been a mixed bag of stress trying to figure out, like, where do I belong? Where do I want to live? What is my next home? And all I know for sure is I want that proximity to to people in my circle. I mean, I would move into Elizabeth's house, but she's in Maine, and Peter has said no.
Like a
fridge. No, I know you would take me in a heartbeat, but that doesn't solve the problem of me needing to find belonging for me. And so back to the chapter on courage, it just popped open to that page for me. And I was just like, oh, okay, Percolate.
So much navigating of change too, you know, when you take a look at all of the different steps there are when a human being like chooses change.
Yeah.
You're dealing with change that you didn't even, you know, it's not a club you wanted to be in or a change you asked for or anything like that. So you're dealing with like so many, as you and I call it, like unforeseen circumstances. So I think that one of the things that we did as you were going through this, which was incredible on your part, was to, you know, use some of the tips in our own Best Ever You in Your Life Sparkles writing and network and our principles. And, you know, we've navigated using our own materials.
Yeah. Honestly, it's been what has kept me going. And I credit my people that write me and say, wow, you're an inspiration. And wow, thank you for sharing. And you are lifting me up. And I don't even have like your same experience, but I'm relating it. It resonates with me over here because of that. And to me, I'm like, that is what I truly believe I was designed to do, is that inspiration and that sharing. And even though it can be emotional, it can be difficult, I am fully prepared to do that because I do see myself, my calling in this world is to be a storyteller, is to be a coach and a sharer and a giver on that platform. And so looking at the questions too, sort of back to the Percolate as well, is what messages in your head may tell you to be afraid? And that has been a huge one for me. I don't live in fear. I don't walk in fear, but I'm not exempt from it. I don't have magical armor that's like, I'm not afraid of anything. If I did, I would wear it. And so fear is with me. And that is something as well. When I look at the tips and tricks and things that we talk about in Percolate and you talk about, and you're sharing the thing, what holds you back from fulfilling your needs? Can you substitute any negative messages with empowering ideas? And I want to turn to page 60, and we've got a list of a whole bunch of things that you can surround yourself with when you're facing a difficult time and facing how to be courageous. And certainly when I look at this, I'm like, I'm doing a lot of things on this list. And if you know me, you know I love checking them off. So I'm like, what have I done? Love myself and accept my imperfections. Oh, yes. Check mark.
You know, right here too, you know, I think it's one thing to write a book. It's one thing to market a book. It's one thing to talk about your book. I mean, there's so many levels of being an author. And I think anybody who knows me deep down knows how darn shy I am in reality. Yeah. Yes. And so even things like this, you know, you've got to make yourself a little uncomfortable to grow.
Yeah.
That is like a change you want to make for yourself, not in the unforeseen circumstance category, but you know, these are things that we do to grow. And this one right here, love yourself and accept your imperfections. Chris, I could give you a list of about 40 reasons why I don't want to be on camera right now. Starting with the fact that I'm 51 and
we don't say them.
However,
and celebrate the beautiful reasons you are here.
Yes, exactly. So you can start. See what she just did? I love that, because you can start going diddle, 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 and by the time you're done with it, and I'm going to be clicking end. Yeah. But you can celebrate the fact, you know, okay, I'm here, I'm present, I'm with you, you're with us. There's people joining us right now, and we're going through a list of what makes us courageous, what makes us feel empowered. And a lot of that time is each other.
That's right. And then the things too, like when your courage is evading you or not with you, have courage and have faith that courage will return. And I think that's one of the things, these little, like there's other tips in here, give back. And that one speaks to me, because even in this time when I'm struggling and when I'm feeling alone and I'm facing things now, navigating independently because I don't have my husband anymore, giving back has been like such a amazing thing for me. One of my other girlfriends, I was going to her house every Thursday and cooking a meal. And she's like, well, you can just come, we'll just feed you. And I was like, you know what I'm desperate to do? Something for somebody else. Because everybody has been loving me and supporting me and sending me messages and dropping off dinners and lots of things just across the board with supporting me. And it took me, actually, that's a whole nother different bucket of courage. It took me a different bucket of courage to be the receiver. It was really hard for me because I love being the giver. And now I feel like I'm kind of back in my light, giving and figuring out how I can give back appropriately in these times with isolation and COVID and different things like that. And certainly the online forum is one of them. Yeah. And so the list of things you can do to just try to find courage and try to rebalance and recenter yourself, laugh at yourself, take a break, eat healthy food, recognize stress in your life and find ways to lessen it, appreciate. Like the list is maybe 20 things long. I'm not going to read them all. But that was, again, page 58 in Percolate. And one thing we like to do is continue the conversation about Percolate. So we just are flipping to little magical pages. And like I said, that one just spoke to me personally. And I said to Elizabeth, let's hop on and let's share about that, because I love Percolate. You love Percolate. It's your year to percolate. And we would love to hear from you. And especially on the note of, since we started talking about courage,
this is in this
right
mode chapter. It's one of my favorite chapters, Stuck in Hamster Mode. But the one thing I want to leave us here, because I know we're going on for a little bit, and thank you for sticking with us through the video. I see all of you. Hi. Is one thing that you and I do no matter what is that we have this wonderful ability to laugh at ourselves. I don't know about you, but I was, as we were getting ready for this, I'm like, I've got my Zoom outfit on.
I know, me too.
And the bottom of me is like in
pajama pants. I don't even think that I could put my legs up to show you my pajama pants, because this blouse is a little too tight on the lower half, and I'm afraid you're going to see my tummy. So I'm holding it down, and I'm like, it's so pretty up here. I love this collar, but I'm like, after my ribs, it's no good. Mismatched socks, green pants. Actually, there's a hole in my pants.
I want my
now our secrets are out, right? We were
like courageous Zoom outfits.
Yeah, it's like the hairstyle, the mullet, and they always say business in the front, party in the back. Except now it's Zoom, it's business on top, party, or is it party, or is it like leisure wear? Because there's no party here. It's like nap time.
Percolate, baby, whatever.
Yeah. So keep percolating. It's your year to percolate. We would love to hear from you. You can comment on our video, of course, but you can always reach out to us at the Best Ever You Network at besteveryou.com, and you can email us, and we would love to hear your thoughts on this subject or anything else from Percolate. So
and my camo shoes, right? Whatever.
And your outfit for Zoom. We want to see that, because that is just delightful. But
delightful. Anyway, thank you, everybody.
Thanks for being here. Bye for now.
Bye.